computer. Hey guys, Jody and Heather here. We're coming to share some information about how to run the dreaded will terminate report because it is important that we know how to run it properly. Heather's ready to take some notes. So I'm going to do a screen share here real quick. Well, actually, before I start the screen share, Heather, let's share why it's important to run this report and how do we use it.
So I love running the will cancel because a lot of times it really surprises me on how many consultants don't remember when their last order was placed and a 200 PRV order was placed. So the 200 PRV must be turned in during one calendar month, not 50, 50, 50, 50. Yeah. It ain't going to cut it. 200 PRV in one calendar month. If you were working this as a business, now to forever, to the end of this year, you should have at least 200 PRV. There is no reason you should be sitting on big fat donuts.
Right.
I know.
And I agree with Heather. Hobbyists make up a good part of our businesses, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just we have to figure out a way to connect with those people, and in life can sometimes get away from them. Summer's here, and so they may not realize that it's 200 once every fourth month, not like Heather said, 50, 50, 50, 50. Right. So I don't discount the people on that will cancel list because I want to reach out. I want to try to help them, and I want to save them, especially going into the fall. We want to save them because they're it adds up to your TWV, you guys. I mean, it is what it is. So I start with 3 messages, even though Scentsy does send an email to them.
Yep.
I pretend like they don't see it, to be honest with you, because most people don't check email anymore. So
I have 3,000 emails, I think, in my inbox. I don't check them.
I know. No, I think most people don't. So I run this report, and I'll share my screen in a second, and I use good old-fashioned text message.
All right, let's see it.
All right. Hold on, please. Okay, so let's get into this workstation. Okay, so we're here. Can I move this over to the side? Let's get rid of this, make this clean. Look, here is we're already in the reporting tab, but let's go home we'll start from scratch and show you how to exactly to get to reporting. So you log in.
You're off to a great start, Jody.
Oh, hey, thanks, girl. Go into your reporting, go into view my performance.
Yep. I
do the leadership report. From here, I leave it on group and I come over to additional filter options. Come all the way down to the bottom of this column where it says will cancel, and I hit yes, and then I just simply run the report. This is going to show my will cancels for the month. Now, this is a lot because of the $15 join special that we had in May. A little bit more than normal. So this report isn't usually that big, but I don't want to lose 31 people in my business. I'm sure you guys don't either. So I'm going to reach out to them, but I don't need all this information that this report is giving me. So I'm going to go to choose visible columns. To make it easy, I'm just going to hit remove all, start from scratch. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to add the information that I want. I want their name. We know their PRV is 0. So, well, you know what? I'm going to add PRV. In case they do have something, I can let them know how far from the 200 active they are. We know they're going to will cancel, so we don't need to put that on there. And we definitely need their cell phone number. For me, that's all the information I need. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Now you can save this report and you can export this report. So I like to export them. So we can save, what's today's date, the 2nd?
Yes, 9/2/2019.
9/2/19 terms, what you can call it. You can call it whatever you want, right? But it's going to save over here in this column. So right here at the bottom it is, okay? So I'm going to, again, you don't have to export this to Excel if you don't want to. I personally do because I like to carry this list around with me. So this can be a little tedious right here, just dragging these columns over, but once you get it into Excel, it won't really matter. So export to Excel. And we're exporting. We're going to open it. I'm actually going to show you one I have. Hang on one second. This is the one I used last month, just so I don't have to walk you through all that. But you know how to go into Excel, open it,
right,
and then print it. So I'm going to come back to stop the share, and I'm just going to come back to here. Okay, so this is the report that I did last month at the beginning of the month. I highlighted every other one just so it's a little bit easier to track for my visual preference. You do whatever you want for yourself. And what I do is I text message each person individually. I do not group everybody together. And I change the messages. Like my first message to everybody will be this. The second message will be this. They all get, for the most part, a very similar message to each other. But it might say something like, hey, just want to make sure you knew that you were on this termination list. I would hate to see you go. I have some great ideas to help you. Would you like some more information? When they write back to me, I track that. I don't want to show anybody's name over here. Hang on one second. I'm just going to hide their names. That's rude. But I track it right here with what they write back. So that way I can check this report again in a few weeks and see if anybody's actually put in that, if they've come off this. And by the end of the month, you hope that the 31 that we saw today is down to just a handful. Heather, is there anything else that you do with that report?
So can you go back to sharing your screen in just a second?
Yes.
You just got a new way to run the report, and that's not how I run mine. So I just learned a new way. So if you'll go back to the Start Leadership report.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me get in here.
Because I didn't know that was an option under additional filter options. So will you just double click on the will cancel to bring all the check marks to the top?
Correct. Yep.
That's how I located mine in the past. So I just did it your way, and I'm about to print my Excel spreadsheet. So thank you for that, because I wasn't doing it that way.
Yeah. Well, and I think there's so many different ways that we can all run our reports that it's good to, where are you? I like to look at you when I'm talking to you. There you are, I found you. So the way that you run your report is what I use as the quick reference or my quick glance report to see if anybody else that was on this list has come off of it. So I don't run that report and print the way that you did it, but I do still use it. And I'll be like, oh, okay, so Heather Gorsuch was on my list. Let me just sort underneath will cancel under the column and then see if she's been removed. But this way that I showed you allows you to run save the report, run the report, and print it and carry it with you. So again, I like to carry some of these reports with me because oftentimes I make my son be my chauffeur, which means I get to work. So if we have to go into town and it takes 30 minutes, that's 30 minutes I have to reach out to these people via text message. I run other reports as well and carry in text message. Every consultant in my immediate group is in my cell phone.
Right.
So it's a good place. If you haven't done that, I would start with that. I would start building that text message relationship. You can do it how you want. If you don't want to text, you can use the phone and call them. You can email them. You can do all sorts of ways. The important thing is run that report, know how to run it, and use it. And try to reach out to these people and get them to stay and offer your assistance to help them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
so
good.
Was there anything else on that report, or does that pretty much cover it? Pretty simple once you figure it out.
You're running the report to Excel, put the home phone and the cell phone just in case one of theirs is blank. I just ran a report and the cell phone was empty, and that's the only reason why I'm saying it now is now I have to go back and look up another person, which is not a big deal, but if it happens multiple times, we need to work smarter, not harder, and just go ahead and run both of those things just in case to save you 30 seconds to a minute. But
well, and another thing too, like sometimes they don't have a phone number. I don't really why that would be the case, but at that point, I guess you can reach out on Facebook Messenger is another option. There's so many avenues of communication that there should be one way or another we can reach out to these people and start building that connection with them and helping them.
Yeah, and get in here and play on your workstation running reports. There's no way you can mess it up. Get familiar with it. Get on a daily basis of running these reports and learning the systems and the tools that you have, because when you do have a team and you do have to learn these things, it is very important. It will help your business tremendously by knowing these. So thanks for watching, Jody, and thanks for planning the Zoom and showing everybody how to run reports.
All right, guys. Thanks. See you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.